Now, the next mission, #resist. Team up with allied commanders to exchange intel. Complete a Play with Others mission in Plankerton. 3,025 hero XP and 50 uncommon perk up. Now, this is where I'm going to have to bend the rules a little bit. So the whole point of the series for me was this challenge of like playing through the campaign from the beginning to the ending of Canny Valley solo, right? And play with others. That's not that's not a mission where you can really play it solo. And the reason for that is because play with others. The concept behind it is that you're joining other players. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of rule bending here, but I'll allow it this one time because I don't think it's necessary another time after this. Play with Others is available in Stonewood, Plankerton, Canny Valley, and Twine Peaks. And you can find it as this question mark icon. Play with Others unknown region up near. It's usually near your storm shield on the map. Now, here with Play with Others, we get quest progression, which is typically if you have a quest, it will try to find. Apparently, it tries to find a mission where you can do that. I don't particularly believe that it can. Quick play, which is just usually the best choice to find other players at available difficulties. So in my case right now, this can be anywhere between 19 through 34, whereas quest progression will be 28 zone. Or custom, where I can pick the power level between a range like 19 to 23 or 23 to 28. I don't have access to higher because the next one I believe is like 34 to 40 or something, and I don't have access to that high. Either way, it doesn't specify anything power level wise, which I believe in theory means you can do the lower level one for custom, and it should still allow it. So of course, this means like this isn't a privately played mission. Even though I'm set to no fill, there are still going to be the other players, and that's fine. Like I'll make it work, but I'm not going to make it a regular habit of playing public lobbies on this account. Way back when I was still in Stonewood, somebody in the comments actually let me know there was this exact mission in Plankerton, which would make my goal trying to play through Save the World's campaign as a solo player technically impossible. I didn't really look into it, even though I said that I would. I just kind of wanted to go in blindly anyways. That being said, let's get back to the actual episode. Okay, well now, since I'm actually going to be a soldier, I should probably get soldier weapons out. What mission is this? Because I should have actually mentioned it. Oh, of course. It is a resupply. So, Play with Others does not specify to you what the mission is. It's just going to say unknown zone. And so that can get annoying because you can end up like right now I am a soldier in a resupply zone. It's not that bad, but you can end up as like a constructor and destroy the encampments. But you went in as base Kyle, meaning like you're prepared to like defend an objective and then you're not even like defending an objective, you know what I mean? So it can be a bit annoying. On the other hand, I'm going to consider this a benefit because resupply is an easy mission. Literally, resupply is just here's 10 minutes, farm. So it is actually like a really easy mission that doesn't take much effort. And this actually takes away from another problem that I had, which was the potential of having useless teammates, which is quite unfortunately a common thing in this game. However, it's not going to be a big deal in resupply because typically, from what I notice, in resupply, people do actively just farm and explore the map. And I can probably do a resupply by myself if I'm being realistic here. So we've got trees and search anything left. And then the bonuses, the collect mushrooms and complete anomalies. So it's not required. You can do them. I don't remember if there's actually any significant compensation or reward for doing them. But you can do them. And so there is a reason. Though we probably will not be getting them because we have no progress yet. And the reality is I've ignored the anomaly that I passed. Searching things isn't that hard though. Kind of wander around aimlessly. I usually like to go into buildings, especially when it's a map where that has buildings like this one, which I believe is an industrial zone, it looks like. Because there's lots of different things you can search, especially inside of these buildings. Hey, a chest. I will take that. And we need one more item to search within 6 minutes. Okay, that's not hard. I mean, there's one right here. So that is literally the extent of the requirements for this mission, and that is somebody else's quest progress that I can't really do anything with. Hey, you know what? I would argue that I think I got lucky here. I was expecting I don't know what I was really expecting going into a public mission for the first time on this account in Plankerton. I'm glad I didn't have to do public missions in Stonewood. Those are a lot worse. I think public Plankerton and Canny Valley are usually pretty tame in terms of like you're getting completely normal people that are just trying to play the game, actually complete these complete quests. Like I'm glad I got two teammates that were actually contributing to the objective, and I got a mission that was not like a defense or something where I potentially could have struggled trying to defend it by myself while other players weren't contributing. That wasn't the case here, and I'm really glad to see that actually, because that makes this a really short, quick episode. In terms of rewards, which aren't going to be overwhelming at all, level 2 loot with Battle Pass XP naturally, along with a little bit of schematic XP and 45 gold. You got the main quest, hashtag resist completed, 3,250 hero XP, and 50 uncommon perk up. Rare schematic cache that came out of a chest that I believe somebody else might have searched because it had nothing to do with me. Either way, it's a copper thrasher blue rarity. Not bad. And now we're finally here onto Plankerton Storm Shield Defense 4. We'll be doing that in the next episode because I kind of have already ran out my time today, I think. Just about. Now, because it was a resupply mission, and because resupply is just farming, I'll collect resource there. Um, because resupply is all just farming, that was actually a great opportunity for me to collect a bit more resources and for me to farm a bit for materials before getting into Storm Shield Defense 4. I've got a solid amount of resources. I was able to get to 3,000, my current max limit of wood, brick, and metal, which is really handy with the amount of building that I'm going to be doing next episode. I think I'm good on materials for traps, which is also handy because I'm going to be making a lot of traps and redoing some stuff for Plankerton Storm Shield Defense 4. On top of that, I have a small handful of traps here, which I don't think I'm going to necessarily need, but I mean, I know I'm going to be recycling some of this already, so I'm just going to get some of it out of the way. I don't actually need the wooden floor spikes because for the amount the materials that these will drop from recycling, I can put into my own floor spikes, which are actually better than these stat wise and durability wise, I think. Now, I would also like to go to my wooden floor spikes and finish leveling them up. That is going to be at least a tiny bit of a boost over like from 39 to 41. And then because I completely forgot about it, let's look at llamas. Oh, hell yeah. I, I can afford that actually. Oh my god. Oh, but there's a neon sniper here, and legendary special forces banshee. It's gonna be useful later. Uh, two legendary leads and a legendary base Kyle. I didn't even notice that, and legendary survivalist Jonesy. This is why you should always take a look at the llamas when you go on. I have enough to buy these, so I think I should. Unless actually, I need to know more about these leads. To be honest, I'm gonna do this properly. Not explorer. Wait, that's not the correct lead for this. The correct lead would be... That doesn't tell me anything. The correct lead would be that one. And then what about martial artist? I have a leader match that's blue. And then this one is not a leader match. but autofill just kind of put it in there. Okay, so that actually should be completely worth buying because I get two legendary leads that replace lower rarity ones, as well as two legendary heroes, one of which I use very often. Let's go ahead and buy that. I don't complete my daily quests often enough to be able to have enough tickets to think about how much I spend here, which is why I kind of don't tend to look or notice a lot of it. I will get rid of Green Survivor, and that's it because I don't care. I'll keep the rest of the survivors, and maybe I can get a benefit out of them. Going back to survivors, I'm gonna have to manage this stuff properly. Both of them have already been assigned to squads automatically through autofill, so that means I can recycle this lead now that I don't need her, and I can recycle this one now that I don't need him. And because of that, I can focus on the leads. When leveling up your survivor squads, I personally think that leads are important, especially when you have legendary or even later game mythic rarity leads. I appear to have a lot of survivor XP at the moment. Maybe not as much as I thought I did. Depends on how much I have left after this one. Not enough. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm now at power 27, which is good as well. But I don't believe I will have enough to... No. Not enough to level up. Level up. And evolve. So hell yeah. 27, and we're like 2 bars away from 28. That is insane progress for power level this episode because of two legendary survivors did that much. And I still have enough to buy this upgrade llama with the legendary neon sniper, special forces banshee, which will be a hero that will be useful later, I think, and a choice between either of these shotguns. I will buy this as well, but only because I can't afford that and that's not appealing. I typically only buy like llamas that are really, really good though. Like these ones that turn gold. Old Smoky's a better crowd weapon. That's not a good way to. That's not a really. It's not really a good judgment thing for that. That's also just like a preference thing why I picked that. Either way, there's a bit more schematic and hero XP as well as training manuals and weapon designs.